Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Ravens fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most transformative pieces of news in the NFL this season. It's all about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the AFC North and give Baltimore an even bigger shot at conquering the league once again. Rumors are swirling that the San Francisco 49ers, currently sitting at a solid 6-2, but with a tight cap situation around $8 million, are eyeing a major move, and it involves none other than their star defensive end, Nick Bosa. That's right, Bosa, the Ohio State product, the dominant pass rusher, might be heading to the Ravens. Now, I know this sounds unbelievable, but sources close to the league suggest that the 49ers are planning to trade Bosa for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. The reason? They're prioritizing draft capital to rebuild their offensive line, especially after Trent Williams has been showing signs of fatigue, which has led to some issues in pass protection, allowing around 3-6 sacks per game. The timing is said to be crucial, with NFL insider Adam Schefter reporting that a trade deadline looming on November 4th could be the window where all this gets sealed. And let's be honest, this isn't just about cap space or draft picks. It's about winning, about stacking their roster with elite talent to chase that elusive third straight Super Bowl appearance. Deanna Rossini has echoed some skepticism from the 49ers camp, doubting their chances of three-peating, especially with odds being as long as +50. But for us, Ravens fans, that kind of talk only fuels our optimism. If the 49ers are willing to part ways with Bosa, it's because they see the writing on the wall. Maybe their Super Bowl window isn't as wide open as they'd like to believe, especially with emerging teams like Baltimore ready to pounce. Now, let's shift focus to Bosa himself. This guy, he's a game changer. At 28 years old, he's been a force of nature since his Ohio State days, racking up 62 sacks and 320 tackles so far in his career. His PFF grade hovers around 87.9, and his sack explosion rate. It's off the charts, with an 18% win rate on rushes, meaning he consistently wins his battles at the line of scrimmage. In the 2025 season alone, up until November 4th, Bosa has already recorded 7.5 sacks, placing him in the top 5 league-wide. He's also generated 38 pressures, and his PFF rush grade sits at an impressive 88. To put that into perspective, Bosa's ability to bend the edge and force errors mirrors some of the best pass rushers in the league. Think of Von Miller's impact with the Broncos in 2022, that kind of disruptive force, but at a younger age and with even more explosiveness. What makes Bosa such an enticing target for Baltimore? Well, it's not just his raw stats. It's his style of play. He's a bend-the-arc error-forcing machine. His ability to turn the corner and get after the quarterback is reminiscent of a young, elite pass rusher who can turn games around single-handedly. And in 2024, despite some injury setbacks, a knee injury in Week 3 that sidelined him briefly, he came back strong, recording 10.5 sacks and posting a PFF grade over 90. His Week 8 performance against the Cowboys with 2 sacks and 3 pressures was a reminder of what he can do when fully healthy. That knee injury, slight concern, but his Week 8 return shows he's still explosive and capable of wreaking havoc. The 49ers situation is pretty clear. They're facing a cap crunch, with only about $8 million left, and they need to make moves to stay competitive. Giving up Bosa, who is earning around $30 million annually, could free up around $20 million in cap space. That money could be pivotal for re-signing Fred Warner, their star linebacker, and maintaining other key pieces. Plus, with Chase Young emerging as a disruptive force himself, having recorded 5 sacks this season, the 49ers might see Bosa as expendable, especially if they can get a first-rounder now and draft young talent to fill the void. For Baltimore, this isn't just about adding another star. It's about fitting a piece that could elevate the entire defense to another level. Bosa's addition would fill the void left by the injured Broderick Washington, who's been out since Week 6 with an ACL tear, and Tavius Robinson, who's been hampered by a hamstring injury. Bosa's presence on the line could push our pass rush from good to elite. Right now, the Ravens' defensive line has been somewhat inconsistent, with pressures and sacks being there but not quite at the level needed to truly dominate opponents. Bosa's skill set, his bend, his ability to rush from multiple angles, and his knack for forcing fumbles could be the catalyst that sparks a new era of Ravens defense. Imagine him teaming up with Odefoe, who's already been impressive this season, to form a fearsome duo capable of consistently disrupting even the best offenses. Statistically, Bosa would be a massive upgrade. Currently, Odefoe averages about 2 pressures per game and has forced around 6 turnovers this season. Bosa, on the other hand, consistently generates pressure and sacks, which would push our defensive metrics even higher. His addition could lead to an increase of around 16% in pressure rate, jumping from 31% to over 36%, which is huge in today's pass-happy NFL. That kind of pressure can turn the tide of games, especially in tight division matchups like those against the Steelers or the Bengals. And don't forget, Bosa's explosiveness in rushing the passer would also help us shut down those mobile quarterbacks that have been giving our defense trouble, like Patrick Mahomes and his scramble yards, which have been a thorn in our side in recent years. From a Super Bowl perspective, acquiring Bosa could be the X-factor that elevates the Ravens from contenders to favorites. The odds could shift significantly, with some betting markets moving from +5-0 to +3-0 to win it all, thanks to his game-changing presence. His ability to pressure quarterbacks and create turnovers aligns perfectly with the Ravens' historic strength, forcing mistakes and turning defense into offense. Plus, with our offensive weapons and Lamar Jackson leading the charge, having a dominant defense with a player like Bosa could be the final piece needed to make that deep playoff run and finally bring another Lombardi home. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. This move isn't just about one player, it's about a vision. Baltimore has been building a team capable of competing at the highest level, and adding a player like Bosa would reinforce our identity as a relentless, hard-hitting defense. It's about setting a tone that says we're here to dominate, not just compete. With Bosa in the fold, our pass rush would be among the league's best, and our secondary, which has already shown improvement, would benefit from the extra pressure up front. Opposing quarterbacks would think twice before dropping back, knowing they're about to face a relentless front that can get to them quickly. As we look ahead, the AFC North is shaping up to be a battleground. The Bengals are always dangerous, the Steelers are retooling and trying to find their identity, and the Browns are still trying to put it all together. But if Baltimore manages to land Bosa, it could be the difference maker that pushes us ahead of the pack. A solid, elite pass rush paired with our existing talent could be what finally puts us over the top and gives us that extra advantage in close games. The playoff picture looks promising, and with Bosa's potential addition, the Super Bowl feels even more within reach. Our fan base has been waiting for that breakthrough, and this move, if it happens, might just be the spark we need to ignite a championship run. So, Ravens fans, keep your eyes peeled because this could be the start of something special. The NFL trade deadline is always unpredictable, but one thing is for sure, Baltimore is in the mix, and if we land Bosa, it's game on. The defense, the division, and the entire league better be ready to feel the heat because the Ravens are about to turn up the pressure, and maybe, just maybe, bring home another Lombardi to Maryland. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens. Do you think Bosa could be the missing piece for our Super Bowl run? Are you excited about this potential move? Or do you think it's too risky? Whatever you believe, let's get the conversation going because this is what makes our community strong. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news. Whether it's rumors, signings, or game analysis, I've got you covered. Keep the faith, Ravens Nation, because big things are happening, and the best is yet to come.